Okay, so yesterday I was working on the yard, and today I'm waiting for hydroseed. So I had some time this morning, wiped down the car after getting shocked prolifically, vacuuming it off after sanding and whatever. So I got a coat of primer, Duplicolor rattle can. So it actually has a really good tip, and for the most part, sprays really nice from Canadian Tire. Results, obviously we got some uneven spray. I used a high filler everywhere I did high filler Duplicolor primer, red oxide, everywhere I did body filler. So like the doors. So I just kind of quickly sprayed that with the low filler so that the color would be similar. This area had some filler on it. Down there, all around these headlights, hood. This front piece turned out quite nice, I think. Looks good. Hood looks good. And this piece here, I had to rebuild this entire corner, this A-pillar, and it turned out all right. Like there's still some visible scratches and stuff in there from finishing the filler, but I am happy with the result. The doors turned out really good. That one's got a couple little dimples in it, like I mentioned in the last one, but honestly, good enough for me. Rear quarters were great. The one on the driver's side came damaged, or I actually bought it because they had it in their warehouse. It got sent back because it was damaged in shipping. So there's a few dents on there, but honestly, it kind of goes with the character of the car, I feel like. Because this is far from perfect. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the paint on quick so I can start assembly and get driving this thing. Because yeah, I mean, once it's driving, kind of pick away at little bits and pieces here and there, and yeah, so I will see if I can do a video today of putting green on. I'm gonna use that old 90s sprayer again, and we'll see how it goes on. But it's kind of where we're at this morning. I'm gonna run, grab the gas tank, got sandblasted, got it cleaned up. I'll have to spray that. But generally speaking, from where it came from, this is looking pretty decent. I am by no means a body man, but yeah, for what I'm after, I'm happy. So we will reconvene. All right. So I did a thing. Yesterday, I mixed up some paint to put on this car, and was very excited about the potential of using that old sprayer again. And it didn't spray anything. So, as my wife Amy suggested, I probably didn't clean it properly and ruined it, or it had a one and done situation. So I'm gonna go with one and done, but it's likely I didn't clean it right. So I ended up brushing the first coat on with foam brushes, which took forever. Kind of got everything coated once because I was committed at that point. I had already mixed the paint and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to plan A, which was brush it anyway, brush the paint on. And I did that, and it took forever, and it was really, really rough. So anyway, I went on Amazon, quickly ordered a sprayer for $70. And I should have just got one of those off the start. I just finished spraying all this stuff over top of the brush coat, and it's super orange peely, like the worst orange peel you'll probably ever see. It almost looks like a textured truck bed. So I'm hoping it'll settle in because I put quite a bit of reducer in it. And the last time I sprayed the inside of the car, it was really like this too, and it kind of settled down over the course of 12 hours and set up over the course of 3 days. I did put a tiny bit of activator in this one though, so it is going to set up a little quicker. The paint that I mixed last time that I brushed on, the same, and it set up. It took about a day to be not sticky to the touch. So anyway, I'm going to show you this. It's super orange peely and really textured and gross, but hopefully it'll get better tomorrow morning. So I'll do another catch up tomorrow morning. I also took the opportunity to get the dash and the side door pieces, sprayed those, and then sprayed the car. It's all green now. So yeah, hopefully the cold temperatures and the humidity and everything will play to our favor, and I might get lucky. And this will settle in and be good. Otherwise, I got a whole lot of wet sanding to do after. And remember, like I was saying, I'm not trying to make this perfect paint. I want it to be drivable and not have to worry about scratching it. And as it is right now, I am certainly not concerned about it getting scratched. In fact, it looks like a textured truck bed. We shall see. So I used a single stage black tractor paint, John Deere green, and I mixed this one a little darker. So it was the 3 to 1 to 1, and I mixed it 3 to 1.5 with 3 black, 1 to 1.5 green. And then I filled up the rest with reducer, but honestly, it needed more reducer. And I don't know, I should have put some paint thinner in it, but I was concerned that if I mixed chemicals and stuff, I'd end up with more issues. So I ran out of reducer, and I should have made the paint a little thinner. But it followed the little drip cup test, like it ran out in 40 seconds on the first coat. Second one, probably not so much. Yeah, kind of a gong show in here. So they delivered that paint sprayer to me today. I ordered it yesterday. Deco spray gun. Works pretty good. I also got the gas tank sandblasted, so I got to spray that, rattle can that in black. And before I do that, though, I want to treat the rust on the inside. Like, it's just kind of got a general rusty coating on the inside. So I'll get that taken care of. And then once I peel all the paper off, like, I can get the e-brake put on, the rest of the brake lines, possibly start wiring, get the steering put on. I have the horn wire that I need to fish through here before I install everything on that. I got to spray the shafts. Yeah, I went and talked to Performance Powertrain again, my monthly checkup, I call it, to see if any progress has been made. And so far, it's next on the list, he says. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, let's see how that goes. This is I picked up an old salvaged Volvo clock out of a 240. and wired it up to a little block that converts 110 volt to 12 DC, 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So now I have a clock in here that keeps time. So that's nice. This pump and spray thing, the washer on it destroyed, like totally just shriveled up and dried up and cracked in like one go. So I ended up picking up one of these off Amazon. It's a metal one. You fill it up and then you pressurize it with the compressor so that I can use my chlorinated degreaser. So when I start tearing into the transmission and putting the engine and stuff together, I'll have that ready to go. But anyway, hopefully this will settle down. We'll take a look at it tomorrow morning and decide from there. Time will tell. The other possibility, I suppose, is I could go over it with like a pad, like a 3M pad, and spray a thinner coat on. But honestly, I kind of am done with the paint. I just don't want to do it anymore. The other option is wet sanding. So that could be in my future. I feel like I've wiped and sanded this entire car so many times. I'm getting a little tired of it, to be honest. I really just want to start putting it back together so I can start driving it. Anyway, hopefully things will be all right. I'm glad I got those painted as well, because that would have been a pain in the butt to get everything dirty just to paint those. So that was a bonus. We'll take another look tomorrow. All right, so it's feeling less like a truck bed now. So I did some sanding, paint correction, wet sanding, and kind of got the look I'm after. Like I wanted to be through the metal in some spots with a little bit of primer showing through in some areas. And anyway, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I do need to polish still, so we'll do that, but I need to get all this paper out of here. So I thought I would do some ASMR because that's what my daughter says everybody wants to see. Certainly don't want to leave this as long as I did, but almost satisfying. Got a little water in here. Probably just have to see where the puddles are after washing and wet sanding and put some drainage holes in. Lots of water in there. I'm gonna have to start thinking about assembly order, figuring out what order I need to do that in. I'm gonna have to put a hole in there. Got a little bit of water in here. Good thing I painted it beforehand. Might have to get a little paintbrush and just paint this seam. After wet sanding all this, there was I had a lot of green paint all over the driveway, and I wanted to make sure I got it all cleaned up before it dried. So I went and picked up I don't know what it's called, pressure wash broom, I guess, from Princess Auto, and it was awesome. Yeah. Before I polish this, I gotta let this paint set up more fully, so I'm gonna give it another week. And then I can polish it. It should be adhered. fully to the metal, and I can get it. Should be good. Tight here. I need to move this further away. I'm trying to decide if I should put it on its wheels. I think I'll probably finish stuff underneath the brake lines and whatnot before getting too crazy with things here. Oh, come on. Okay. Pull this back more. Anyway, that's probably all the ASMR I'll revisit if I start doing anything assembly wise. So I'm working on polishing this paint. I'm going to show you what I've been up to. I can't remember when I last updated, but I'll post a video this weekend. So I did paint correction up to 1500 grit wet sandpaper. Started on 220, got it all wet, and made the mistake of letting it dry. So then I had to go over and polish it, like wash it like crazy to get it off. Pull it outside and just sanded through to 1500, like I was saying, with the water running on all the time, keeping it clean, and then let it cure another week. And now I'm polishing it with pretty stiff foam pad and some Meguiar's compound. And honestly, it's better than I was hoping to achieve. So yeah, that's a win. You can see it's got a little bit of shine already based on, or from compared to the sand, to 1500. So I'm just gonna keep polishing away, or cutting compound, I guess I'm doing right now. It's just cutting compound. And then I'll throw a polish on it and see what it looks like after. But honestly, it's way better than I was expecting. It's definitely orange peely. You get too close and there's a lot of flaws in the paint. But again, it is what it is. I didn't really want it perfect because I don't want to be afraid to drive it. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. It's looking shiny though. So I mean, a polished turd is better than a non-polished turd, I guess. So this is the cutting compound on the sides. Well, I got the whole car done. The cutting compound. It certainly shines it up some. Honestly, not horrible. Now, the trunk I just did with the polishing compound. And it does look like it's shinier. It certainly smells nicer. But, yeah, not too horrible, to be honest. I mean, the ridiculous thing is this is probably the most time spent on the most mediocre, below average paint job in the history of mankind. But, yeah, it's kind of nice to get a little John Deere heritage in here, considering my grandfather was a farmer and rode John Deeres, and so we got a little bit of John Deere green and some Case black. I don't know how I feel about the Case black, but yeah, the mix worked out pretty good. It's not an exact match, but it's pretty close. I don't have a lot of time left, but I'll see how much more I can polish, and if that's it, then that's it. Other things that I've been doing. While I was waiting for the paint to cure was I got the steering assembled, installed, control arms. I got the master brake cylinder and all the brake lines run to the front and back brakes, single circuit. It's that old, and it also has the old school steering, the steering rack, and the coupler is interesting. But anyway, the other things that I've been working on while it's been going, but it's nice to get the brake lines in. I did get the e-brake in. I'm hoping to find some sound deadening local, and I'll put some in the floors and kind of where they had it before, on the rear quarter and on the parcel shelf and in the trunk. But yeah, other stuff is I'm still trying to get the gas tank cleaned up. I did rebuild and painted the pedal box, but I'm waiting for bushings, some bushings that go in there for pivoting. So I'm just waiting on that. I got the accelerator pedal all cleaned up. I'm not sure if I'm going to clean these up and reuse them or just get some new ones. Might be nice to have a little wear on them. I gotta rebuild some headlight buckets. And there's the gas tank. I used, I put some evapor rust in there and got it soaking. Soaked it, and then I got this pipe cleaning thing with an extender rod and kind of went and splooged that around in there. And I did get the drain plug unseized on this as well. I probably am not going to get it perfectly clean, but on the second round of evapor rust, and I'll hit a pressure washer with it at some point. The other thing I got was the clutch was seized up. This thing was seized in the clutch master. It's nice and clean though, so that's good. But I basically had to throw some penetrating oil, the Croyle penetrant. It's one of my faves these days. It seems to get things unstuck, the Croyle penetrant oil. So I've been using that. I put it in the vise like this, squirted some penetrating oil in the top here where the cylinder was, and had to put some heat on it, and eventually I got it out. But that's all cleaned up, ready to get rebuilt. I got a kit coming. Anyway. So, yeah, things are getting done. Still plucking away. So the clutch rebuild kit and all that should show up here next week. Still got the horn button wire for this. This was seized in here. I had to pull that out. So I've got that wire ready to feed into the steering rack so the horns work. I did pick up some horns. Yeah, I probably am not going to be able to do much on this car for the next few weeks because I've got other stuff I have to do. But anyway, keeping going. We'll get the fuel line put in here at some point. I've got everything I need for that. The one question I had though is, what does this connect to the fuel pump? That's the mechanical fuel pump on the motor. I'll have to look at one of the fuel pumps and see what they have. Like, I'm just wondering, do they just jam a rubber hose over the end of that and clamp it, or what? If anybody knows and is watching, let me know. I'll have to see if I can find the old fuel pump and just see what that's connected to. I guess the only thing that concerns me about just putting a hose on there and clamping it is there's no bump or anything to keep it from popping off, although I guess there's not a lot of high pressure in this system. So maybe that's not a big deal, but anyway, I will keep plucking along. I did get the rubber grommets set. I've got the wiring there and the old wiring here. I was hoping kind of take a look at both together and figure out if I've got if these light bulb things on here are any good to put on there. So that's something to consider as well. I got a new fuel level sending unit, and yeah, well, probably the next thing is rebuild the trans. And hopefully, I went and poked my head into the machine shop and they said that mine's next in line. So I guess that's something. It's been there for over a year. Concerns me a little bit, but we will keep marching along and keep checking up on them. Anyway, that will be good. Side note, this thing for brake clean is good. I got one of these pump and sprays that's supposed to be good for brake clean, and it immediately chewed through the washer. Like the washer would expand and shrink, and I asked the guys when I bought it if it would be good for using brake clean. And they're like, oh yeah, they even checked. So I don't know if they were wrong or what, but that was a complete waste. But Amazon came through and I got a metal part one that I just have to put some air in. So I might replace the washer on this and I could possibly use it for something else, I suppose. But if you're looking for bulk brake clean and you want to buy a big bucket of it, make sure you get one of these metal ones to use it with. Don't buy a plastic pumper. Anyway, I'll probably post this and I'll get this posted this week just for catch up. And yeah, we'll see if I can get the rest of this car polished before I got other stuff to do, but we'll see. But my next catch up, oh man, might be rebuilding the clutch, installing some of that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the fuel tank. But yeah. See you later. I was able to get it all polished before I had to go move on to something else. So I'll do, I'm going to let this cure because it is single stage. So I'm going to let it cure for like until I'm done assembling basically. And I'm going to assemble, let it cure, and then I'll diamond coat it or wax it or whatever and just kind of seal it up. That'll hopefully bring it a little shinier. There's a lot of imperfections, a lot of stuff there, you know, sanded through some, like I kind of wanted that little wear and tear look, a little wear through into the primer, things of that nature. So yeah, overall, I guess that's kind of what I was after. I guess we'll see how it holds up once I get a little wax on it and get it driving. But yeah, good. Glad I got that done.